Kevin Singer. I'm at Moth Night. It's basically a day, but there's also Moth Month and basically Moth Week is basically this week. Moth Night originated in East Brunswick, but then went further, and now it's national. Kind of like we're trying to attract moths, and then we're gonna look at them. That is. We attracted all sorts of insects, but only the ones that come at night, of course.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We have set up this light, and moths are basically coming everywhere. So, along with other insects. Inside over there, there's some trails or something, and basically we put kind of like a honey and butter solution there, like some solution, and we just put it, we use a paintbrush, and we try and put it there. It's kind of like trying to using a liquid form of glitter or something by doing that, or just washing the tree. But it's more stickier and it attracts moths better.
Good job. Excellent.
Moth Night is now beginning to get more and more national every time. Moth Night was created a long time ago. It was created in 2012. Right? The year right now is 2021. And that is a long time. Isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Were you born in 2012?
Yes.
So that's Moth Night is as old as you are.
This is a moth.
So you must be. Are you signed up already on this site? You just keep in touch.
Basically, we attach lights and stuff, and basically the moths come here. I believe that we might have put honey and banana solution here as well, the honey and banana solution. Because moths are mostly here, they're mostly...
Look at this cool one.
Well, now I think it's flying around with so many others. That one's very nice. Which one is it? Is it this? Please share, subscribe, and comment, and like to my channel and this video.
This is blinding, right? The light?
Yes.
If you're a moth, you would be blind to it now.
I have a question.
What's your question?
How did Moth Night become so popular?
It's a very good question. So, people who study insects were doing this as part of their research for many, many years. And a few years ago, we thought that maybe other people who are not professional scientists would like to see what's flying out at night.
So you're a professional scientist?
I'm a professional scientist. Although I don't really study insects, but that's another conversation. But we just thought that people would like to see what's flying out at night, and we know that insects and moths are very important for the ecosystem, and we just invited people to come and see them. And clearly, you told me you enjoyed the event, right? And other people did. So now we have people all over the world who go out and they set up lights, and they can see what's flying out at night, and they take pictures. And you can become a citizen. You can be very knowledgeable about things, even if you're not a professional scientist. And as a citizen scientist, you help the scientists to. What we're doing here is to record the moths that live in our area, and that's how we study what lives in our area and how it changes. So thank you for coming.
I also like how you make that banana. How did you make it?
It's a lot of sugar, brown sugar, and some fruit, and it's all mashed together. And the moths really like it.
Brown sugar.
You can do it at
I
home.
have the brown. I I have the thing that produces brown sugar.
Wow.
And it comes from cane sugar.
Excellent. So you could use that to attract moths in your own
Oh,
backyard.
good. It's not a name. It's not. The name is not English because I don't know what the English name
Okay.
is. I'm Indian, so it's
Yeah.
some other thing.
So what's the word?
Good.
And what language is that?
Punjabi.
Punjabi.
Maybe Hindi.
So,
Punjabi.
Yeah, it comes from
okay.
Asia.
So you should do it in your own backyard, or if you can, is you mix the fruit with the sugar, and you let it sit for a while.
So
and then-
what fruit do we need?
Bananas are good, especially if they're really old and they even turn black. And any fruit that's a little old and it's very, very soft.
By the way, what's your website?
It's friendsebec.com. For
Please
friends,
remember that.
Friends for the East Brunswick Environmental Commission.
These are insects, and that was a moth that just ran away.
Requesting trail running shoes.
That looks like a moth.
The kid who
That looks kind of like a.
Hello.
It's nice to meet you.
It's great to meet you too. Thank you for coming to our Moth Night during National Moth Week.
You're welcome. Thank you for hosting this event.
Well, we're very excited about hosting it. This event was started, well, all of National Moth Week started right here in East Brunswick. Did you know that?
A lot of events start in East Brunswick, and then they come like worldwide.
That's right. I mean, it was amazing when they started this, which was, I'm sure, was it before you were born in 2012?
Well, I was born in 2012.
Okay, so you were just a little baby then when they started this, and it
On January
just
5th.
well, they started it in July of 2012. So yes, you were just a little baby then, and they didn't know that it was going to take off and become worldwide like almost immediately. But so many people were really interested in moths, and they wanted to see what they actually look like. And so the people here in East Brunswick started a website, and they let people sign up and say, well, I'm going to watch moths on this night. And we just started registering people, and it's free to register. And then libraries and museums started to have. We had
And the mayor with you.
East Brunswick TV was here tonight. We've been on NPR on Science Friday. We've been on in different newspapers like the New York Times and the Star Ledger in New Jersey. Also, all around the world, we have country coordinators now on every continent except for Antarctica. Every continent. That means North America, South America, Central America,
You have it in the
Africa.
Arctic?
No, that's the only place we don't have it. But we have Northern Canada and Russia. People celebrate National Moth Week in Russia.
Yeah, it makes sense. Moths can't live in the cold weather. So you can't do it in Arctic and Antarctica. You can't do it at all. Moths don't go there, so it's no
If
problem.
there's no trees, how are there going to be moths? Because moths need trees and vegetation. So if you're in an area that doesn't have trees, then I guess there's no moths.
No, in the city there's no moths, but they are attracting lights.
Well, there's what? In the city, people have moth nights. They have them you can have a moth night anywhere as long as there's trees or gardens or whatever, or people have plants. You have plenty
We
of
have a
moths in
garden
the
at
city.
home. I have a garden at home. We have tomatoes. We have cucumber. We have
Oh,
eggplant.
that's awesome.
We have the black beauty kind and the white kind, which is basically the purple kind and the white kind. We also have beans for some reason I don't even know why I like it.
That's great. Well, then I'm sure you have moths. If you have all those plants, you have moths in your garden. Because you know moths are pollinators. Did you know that? They help the
Mostly
plants
all
grow.
insects are pollinators.
Moths are really important. They're like bees. But they
And
do their work at
butterflies pollinate
night.
as well.
They do their work at night.
I once saw a firefly, but moths are harder to see. We don't use flashlight at night that much. We sometimes see a moth, but seeing moths is very rare.
Well, if you have a light outside your door, you put that on, you might get moths coming at night.
Yeah, we have the lights, 2 lights.
So,
We usually put them on at night.
and sometimes I found if I walk in the dark of night with a flashlight, all the moths start flying around at my feet in the grass. So they're around. I had a moth on my window the other day. It was a really pretty one, and it was called a tulip tree moth. And the reason it was right there was right behind it was my tulip tree, which is a big, tall tree, kind of like a tree like this. It kind of looks
Is
like
a tulip tree a tulip?
It makes a flower that looks like a tulip. That's how it got its name. But it's not related to tulips. It just kind of copies a tulip. So, do you have any other questions about National Moth Week or about moths?
Why do people like moths?
Well, they like them because there's so many different kinds. There are thousands and thousands, in fact, hundreds of thousands of species of moths, more than butterflies. And moths and butterflies are very close cousins, you know.
Yeah, they're both caterpillars.
Mm-hmm. They start out as caterpillars, correct?
And they're like the eggs and leaves.
Mm-hmm.
They're like a moth is kind of like considered a butterfly. If you see a butterfly, you know that stays like a butterfly at the end. You can consider it as a moth or butterfly.
Well, you could almost say that
We
butterflies
have
are
caterpillars.
daytime moths, but they're not. They're different. Do you know how to tell the difference between a moth
Yes.
and a butterfly?
Well,
Do you want to know? Well, you know the antenna that they have on their heads? Well, moths have 2 kinds that are different from butterflies. So one kind that makes it look more like a butterfly is they just have 2 little ones. But how you can tell them apart is on a butterfly, it has a little club on the end, which is kind of a little thicker end, almost like a golf club.
like this.
Right. And then another kind of antenna that moths don't have are the kind that look like feathers. So if you see something that looks like, is that a moth or a butterfly, but it has the antenna that look like little feathers, then you know it's a moth. Another way,
Also, usually moths are at night and caterpillars.
but there are daytime flying moths. So sometimes you have to tell them apart. So one of the really famous ones, and you can see these at Butterfly Park in East Brunswick, are called hummingbird moths. And hummingbird moths, they fly like a hummingbird. They hover around the flowers, and they're big. They're about this big, and they look like bumblebees also. But they're not. They're moths, and they're the neatest moths to find during the day. They fly during the day. So next time, if you go to Butterfly Park and you walk through there, be real careful and look real hard, and you might see a hummingbird moth. And you'll think, oh, that's a bumblebee. And then you watch it and you realize, no, it's not a bumblebee, it's a moth.
Is a butterfly considered a moth even though it has more different species?
Well, they're evolved they're related. They're very closely related, and I think moths came first and then butterflies evolved. But I might be wrong because I'm not a scientist. So, you know what? You have an assignment. Go online and read all about moths and butterflies and see if you can tell which came first, the moth or the butterfly. But one thing for sure is there are a lot more kinds of moths, and there are many, many beautiful moths than butterflies. Thank you very much for interviewing me. I really appreciate it. Okay,
Bye.
thank you. Bye.
Bye.